Hi folks, my name is Alexander Mayang. I am a choir singer, particularly a low choir bass, or what we call an octavist. Please follow and like and subscribe on this channel, or check out the TikTok where most of my content is, Xander the Octavist. I noticed that I haven't been doing much on my YouTube, so I decided to do, some reactions to some various stuff, choirs and a cappella groups. So I'm going to check out Voctave, which is a group that I really like. But it's been a while, and I actually have learned a lot more about music since the last time I've taken a look at them. And I've been enjoying listening to the recordings recently, understanding more now from a musical standpoint. So I wanted to do some analysis and reaction to the Disney Princess Medley they made a couple years back. So let's do this. Already, we're just gonna stop there from a harmonic standpoint. From the harmonies, I don't know if you guys caught that. We'll go back a little bit. Listen to the chord. So we have the bass line, which goes. Someday my prince will come. So that would be a boom boom boom, which would be what we call a fourth. So if this is your boom, 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 boom. But you'll notice that there is a higher voice that's sticking on what we call a fifth, which is a note right above the fourth. Boom, 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 boom. Listen to that. I don't know if you guys caught that, if you understand it. It's really cool for like just distance. There it is again, the carry. So we had some vowel switching. So we started with a ooh, and the swell we went into an ah, which has more higher frequencies, which creates more of a swell, in fact, with the sound, just from an ear standpoint. Wow, wow, you just say wow, it sounds more expressive, gives more feeling to the sound. And then when we quiet down, we go back to the ooh, which gives a more subtle, more warm sound. You can hear it actually when it happens. Very subtle switch. And this is a part that really goes unnoticed with most of the reactors. I saw one of my buddies, Peter, react, and he touched upon it. The basses hit a low C here. But what's interesting is that the low bass is hitting a low C. A lot of times, the baritone goes really unnoticed in a lot of reactors because, it's just kind of a sound that kind of just sits there and no one really pays attention to it. I'd like to take a listen to that again and really check the voice above the bass. Someone stays here. And that allows the bass sound to sound more full. And in choir science, we really stress upon you don't drop the octave if no one's singing the octave above you, because it just sounds strange. Sounds funky because there's no foundation to lay the brick even farther down. So usually you'll have, when you have an octave note, you'll have the low note, and then you'll have a note directly above it by an octave, or in the middle of that scale, which would be the fifth. and so that creates an organ type of feel to the sound. Really well done here, but once again, the baritone usually goes unnoticed. I think his name is Kurt, if I remember this correctly.
I know you, I walked with you once.
No waltz right now.
On a dream. I know you, the gleam in your eyes is so familiar a gleam. Yet.
Ooh. So you notice that when they stress the yet, the bass comes in to really fill that sound. It makes you go yet. Oh, something's about to happen. It's gonna keep going. Makes you really ponder. The deep tone really stresses that. Another thing is the soloist. I've seen some comments that they don't like that she uses a glottal stop, which is the beginning of the sound, which is the I compared to I. And I think it's a stylistic choice. I don't really mind either way, as long as the singer sounds great, which he does. It gives some flavor, you know. It's different, and that's always a good thing when you're a singer. Be different.
I know it's true that visions are seldom all they seem. But if I know you, I know what you'll do. You'll love me at once.
There is a voice that does a chromatic scale. And it's really cool if you listen to it.
I know you, I know what you'll do. You'll love me at once.
The harmonization's crazy.
The way you did once.
I'm gonna continue going.
Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat?
Oh.
Wouldn't you think my collection's complete?
We'll continue going.
Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs? I got 20, but who cares? No big deal. I want more. Some answers. What's a fire and why does it? What's the word? Burn. When's in my turn? When I love to explore that shore above.
So that whole sequence is absolutely insane. And I'm actually gonna break it down just a little bit more. I want to bring a couple clips later on with post editing. There is a moment where there is a direct clash with the voices, and it creates a really cool dissonance in the chord. And there was a moment when the higher voicings were doing it, and I was just amazed. And then later on, you have also for some reason someone is like doing their lawn mowing right now. Anyways, what was I saying? Of course, the bass foundation is just absolutely amazing. And it really goes, again, really unappreciated, the baritone, and then here, the bass, in the group. It's just a really solid sound. The low basses here, I believe, are named Carl and JC at the time of this recording, and both of them are really amazing. Carl, I believe, is also a barbershop singer. There's a really cool video of him singing a low C. It's really grainy, but it's a really cool video. There's a moment where the voicings actually switch part of the arrangement. So you have the tenors going, oh, and then right at the climax, it switches to another one of the voicings. I can't tell if it's an alto or like a second soprano doing it, but it's just a really cool and really subtle thing that most people might not notice when they're listening. Yeah, anyways, let's continue going.
Out of the sea, wish I could be part of that world. will never pass for a perfect bride.
So amazing, those solos.
Or a perfect daughter, can it be? I'm not meant to play this part. Now I see that if I were truly to be myself, I would break my family's heart. Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Why is my
Bassetti bass line.
reflection someone I
Feel the high notes coming. Yeah.
Somehow I cannot hide who I am, though I've tried. When will my reflection show who I am inside?
Alright, so a lot of people will touch upon that really high note there, but from an arranging standpoint, check out the bass line. The first part, they did do it at a lower octave, the boom, bump. And you'll notice here, though, they take it up the octave, so it goes, when will my reflection show? So they have more space to go down when the arrangement requires it to be more dramatic of a sound.
Who I am, though I've tried. When will my reflection show who I
And
am inside?
that's what creates the truly why the high note sounds absolutely magnificent. Is, you know, it's a great high note. The rest of the voices, since they're spread out so wide, though, is what really gives it that orchestral or organ feel. That's why everything sounds so cohesive, because the bottom to the middle to the very top is just so well in tune. Let's continue.
When will my reflection show who I am inside?
You think the only people who are people who look and think like you. But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew, Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon, or asked the grinning bucket why he grinned? We need to sing with all the voices of the mountain. We need to paint with all the colors of the wind.
Okay, so before we go any farther, I've just really realized right now that the arranger Jamie Ray really likes to have those suspended fifths. And I think that's the correct term. So if we're in this key, what is it? It's again A flattish. So if we're here, right? Alright? But he'll have the added fifth, which is this note, to the chord. And it will continue being there throughout the song. I don't know, it's just from an arranger standpoint, it's a really cool sound, because when it resolves down, it sounds really magical. Sorry, that's just random, but yeah.
Wind, you can own the earth and still all you'll own is earth until you can paint with all the colors of the
bass.
wind.
When will my reflection someday once upon a dream? Someday when my dream
And you'll notice, even though all of the chords up until this point, most of them were really dramatic, I really love the ending because it's just very simple in harmonic structure. And it really gives this sense of coming home when there's not much going on. And there's a slight swell at the very end. That was just amazing. And you might notice that my reaction was more so on the harmonic side because as a choir singer, I'm more focused on that aspect of the music, especially with groups that are really choral based. The soloists were great, but I do know that a lot of reactors primarily focus on that aspect of the music. And so I wanted to, give some spotlight to the other people that are there as well. The altos were really cool too. Those are the people that were really holding on to those suspended notes. So for when da 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 or resolve up, they were really that key structure. Anyways, my name is Alexander Mayang. Thank you for watching this reaction. If you watched it to the end, thank you very much. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.